The Chadian military leader, General Mahamat Idriss Deby Itno, has finally casted his vote in the much-anticipated May 6, 2024 presidential elections that are marking the beginning of the end of his military leadership that had lasted exactly 3 years and 2 weeks. General Deby Itno, who succeeded his father after his controversial death while on the battlefield on April 20, 2021, had committed himself to abide by his promise to return the country to a constitutional order, and as polls opened to the public on May 6, 2024, he was among the early risers who turned up to cast their votes in various polling stations across the country. He was among the candidates that were on the ballot, being the flag bearer of the Coalition for a United Chad, and he arrived at the polling station in Djambal Ngato Ward in Ndjamena, where he was a registered voter, to cast his vote. As you may already have noted from these images, the polling station was quite overcrowded, with little social distancing, but he seemed not to mind the same, and went ahead with exercising his civic duty with a smile on his youthful face. And upon casting the vote, he expressed his satisfaction with the manner in which the political situation in Chad was developing, saying in a Facebook update that he feels happy to have fulfilled his promise to return the country to a constitutional order, and before we proceed, this is what he wrote in that post. By voting today, I have a double feeling. The first is to have fulfilled my civil right, but the other one is to have fulfilled a commitment that I made before God, and before the Chadian people, to organize, within the time limit, elections that will mark the return to a constitutional order. Our commitment to the continuity of the state, our commitment to the organization of the inclusive and sovereign national dialogue, and our commitment to organize the constitutional referendum. I am holding a fourth landmark engagement today, that will sum up the transition process that was launched in our country 3 years ago, and it is now up to the people to vote massively to elect their president. As for me, I thank God that I have kept my commitment and completed my mission, and the fate of our country is now in the hands of God and the sovereign people of Chad. Another promising presidential candidate who rose up early to cast his vote is Success Masra, who is considered to be Mahamat Deby's biggest competitor, and who casted his vote early in the day in Chadian district, in the 7th arrondissement of Ndjamena.
On le retire de là d'abord.
If elected as Chad's next democratic president, Mahamat Idriss Deby, who turned 40 years old early last month, will dethrone Senegal's Bassirou Diomaye Faye as the youngest elected president in Africa.